Hello everyone, my name is Refin from Group 2 and today we're going to present how to communicate with confidence and inspiring at the international company. And my friends will provide further explanation. And with that being said, let's go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Sasmita Yunianti and I will present about definition and rules of communication. There are two definitions of communication. The first is from epistemology and the second is from etymology. From epistemology, communication is the way of delivering ideas and information from one to another. Basically, communication is carried out verbally, can be understood by both parties. From etymology, literally communication, which comes from Latin, namely communis, means the same. Communicator, which means to make the same. Okay, next I will explain about the rules of communication. First is source, basic material of conveying message itself. Example of communication is people, books, institutions, and many other examples. Second is communicator, someone who delivers the message or information. Third is communicant, the recipient of message or information. The fourth is message, the whole information conveyed by a communicator. And then media, for example, cell phone. And the last is effect, the result of the communication.
Hello mates, good morning. My name is Jhon Sandi. I'm from Group 2. As our theme is how to communicate with confidence and inspiring at international community, me as a speaker at the point communicate better at public, I will explain you about it. And the first point is opening up opportunities with the habit of speaking. Okay, even in music there are people who are tone deaf. Even in speaking activities there are people who spoil the atmosphere with words that do not match their place. Sometimes they just memorize trending terms or the latest humor. If they are successful in conversation, it means they did a good job. For communication, persuasion, and negotiation purpose, we must know the method of communication, especially formal communication. We need to know the opportunity with the opportunity to speak, such as proficiency in debates, speech, even being the MC. We need to take these opportunities in our speaking skills, given the opportunity to speak. And the second is cause of fear of talking. Fear when speaking in public makes people who are adept at speaking always fail when confronted in public. As for several factors that cause people to be afraid to speak, the first is trauma of mispronunciation. It's a big problem for us, is trauma of mispronunciation. People who are good of speaking but are afraid to speak are made possible by the trauma of mispronunciation that has occurred. The characteristic of this symptom are speaking haltingly, small vibrating voice, excessive nervous, don't dare to look at other people. And the third is storytelling is a solid plot. Seminar, host, presentation, and even speech always start by telling the audience about his personal experience, so that he can be more convincing with the term is presenting. Sometimes the experience draws to the the course of the audience depending on how the speaker is telling it. The last is the power of repetition. The speaker always wants his audience to agree with some of his statement, even all of them. Therefore, the repetition of several delivery points is always impatient for the audience. So, repetition functional is want to the audience to agree with our statement, to bring yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Naufal Hanifiansyah, and right now I want to explain what is the problem on communication or interactions in international company. When we talk about problem at international company, we don't talk anymore problem like public speaking, rhetorica, or he can't speak English well. These people, of course, when that company trusts him to presentation or communication to another country, this guy, of course, have a good rhetoric, have a good public speaking, or of course, he can speak English well. But there are some problem. I'll tell you a true story about it. First, when Pierre, a French nationality, was trapped in a crowded Los Angeles. So Pierre wants to come back to his country, but he was trapped in Los Angeles airport because the plane he was traveling was delayed. Finally, he decided to go to fast food restaurant. So the waiter asked him, "What do you want to order, sir?" "I'd like a hamburger with soft-boiled eggs with cheese and a glass of water," said Pierre. And then what happened next? Pierre waits for an hour for his order. Luckily, there was a woman who noticed him and repeated Pierre's order to the waiter, and finally the order was prepared. Or a second story when Toshi, a Japanese, who didn't know what to do when he was sent by his company to attend a meeting in America. And in that meeting, people are doing brainstorming. In Japan, there is no brainstorming, so Toshi don't know what to do when in America, people do brainstorming. And the last story is when Liz, an American citizen, who closed his presentation in Japan by saying gotcha, when she later scolded by the audience because they did not find the word gotcha in their electronic dictionary. From that true story, my group and I agreed that there was 3 problems they faced. First, accent. Second, culture. And the last is slang. There is a proverb that is well known in international company. That proverb said, when you in Rome, do as Romans do. Or in Indonesian, it seems like di mana bumi dipijak, di situ langit dijunjung. Consequently, these people are required to understand everything, starting from the accent, culture, or the slang in the country where he will attend the meeting or the presentation.
But there are times when someone really insists to their country's culture, so that they won't follow any foreign culture at all, no matter what happens. So in that case, we offer the second solution. That is, it takes 2 to tango. Well, no, we're not doing a literal tango, but it means that both parties must participate or willing to be involved in the making of decisions and arguments. Okay, I think that's all from our group explanation. If there's some mistake, we are terribly sorry. Thank you for watching this video and goodbye.